Morning guys, so Saturday morning straight session coming up. We'll let a few people click on and then we will get going with this. So again, we're going to blend between the flow and the static stretching that we do. But we're going to get a little bit mobile first to get warmed up. Let a few click on. Some water. So once we're all ready guys, again we're going to start working our way down through the body and then we're going to work our way back up through. So we're going to start with just circling around, just getting a bit of blood going through the body, loosening out the joints. Back with the arms. Relax that down. Just circle around the shoulders. Just deep breathing as you do this. And back the opposite way. Relax that. Just turn the head. Same other side. Same other side. Back center from there. Now you're just going to semicircle up round. Semicircle down and round. So semicircle down and round. And semicircle down and round. And just keep that going. One more each side, so circle round and circle round. Good. Bring feet underneath the shoulders, just hands on the hips, just circles. Just get a big long circle to loosen everything out. Opposite way. Relax that. Just feet together, hands on top of the thighs, and then circle down one way. Circle down into it. And back up the opposite way. So try and keep your heels on the floor as you do this. Relax that. Just back it up on the one toe, and then circle that also. Back the opposite way. Relax that. Up under one toe, circles. Back the opposite way. Relax that. We're going to move our way back up through now. So again, we start with hugging the chest, hugging your own shoulders. The reason for that is that we want to get through that waist and get you used to actually twisting your waist rather than just moving your arms. So, similar to what we do with the Russian twist when we're doing those. So rotate from the waist, breathe out, core tight. 3 more of those. Keep that circle going. And then from from there, guys, you're going to bring it out into a Cossack position to extend that and allow you to get a little bit further. Keep your knees and feet planted. Twist from the hip. And then we're going to extend, get into that peg. Open it up, turn the palm up to the ceiling, lead with the thumb. And then bring that in. From there we're going to reach across the body. So we're going to reach up, don't twist forward as you do this, straight up. Support the rib cage here. What we're trying to do is pull the stretch from the tricep down through into the rib cage, down through into this hip here. So you're going down through your obliques. Reach up, back down. Reach up, back down. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. And breathe out. 15 seconds. Go. Up we go. Up. And 6. Good. We'll bring that down. So we're going to widen the feet very slightly, and then we are going to just sit down to one side. So as high as you can. If you need to be here, and just start. So if you're tight on the ground, stay high. Don't go as wide as the feet, and just sit in the position. Keep a tall spine, and just push back to one side. Sit back as you go down to the side. Come up, same thing opposite side. Come up, same thing opposite side. Up you come, same thing opposite side. And change. Change. And then we're going to try and get a little bit lower now. And change. Sit down into it. Again, keeping that chest tall. We're not leaning forward from the waist. We're sitting back with the hips and sitting down into that stretch. And change. Hold that position, turn to the side, chest tall, hand on the thigh, tuck your pelvis under, drop in into that stretch. So stay tall, round that pelvis under, stretch that out. Change that round, same thing off the side, tuck the pelvis under, drop in into the stretch. And slowly walk that in. So you can use a chair for the next one. We've done this before. If you're just new to us, what we're doing is that you can use the chair. I'm using a chair because it's in the middle of the floor. You can use the wall, put your hands against the wall. What you're going to do is keep your foot about 6 inches away from the wall, and then keeping your heels on the floor. Don't worry about the back leg, we want the front leg doing this. You're driving that knee forward. The idea of driving the knee forward is we're going to stretch through that Achilles tendon. So you're going to drive. You shouldn't be able to touch. If you can bounce off the wall, move back further, or move the chair away further slightly. Because what we want is that you're about 2 inches away from the chair with your knee. So when I go in, I can't touch. So over the course of the reps we're going to do now, that's going to actually loosen out through the Achilles and move it closer to that chair. So keeping the heel down, just drive the knee forwards for 1, forward, 2, 3, and a touch, so we push the chair away. 4, good. 5, one more. 6, lovely. Change sides, same thing opposite side. So go forward now till you can almost touch, and then start. So 1, heel down, knee forward, try and touch the wall or the chair. 5, Good. 6, lovely. Just shake that out. Hands on top of the back of the chair. Chest up, back flat. You're going to sit back like a deadlift onto this, and as you sit back, you're going to place the hands on the chair, not your fingers, because you don't want the wrist to bend. You're going to sit back, pull back through, right down through here, and then you're going to push your shoulder blades down through. So this is coming from my upper back. I'm trying to just let gravity now pull me down through. So I'm not forcing my head through. My head's neutral. I'm pulling back so that it feels as if I'm getting stretched forward. And then I'm pushing my shoulder blades and chest down through to get the upper back also. Walk that in. You can use the kitchen counter for this if you want. Roll your shoulders back. Push your chest out. Hands in the back of the chair. And then if this is enough just to walk forward and you're getting the stretch in that chest and bicep, stay there. If you want, then you just hinge down into it. And breathe into that stretch. So I'm going to this position because I need to. If you don't, don't. And then bring that back up. Just shake that out. Sit down onto the chair. It's preferably the kitchen chair because it's going to keep you slightly higher. We want sort of roughly 90 degrees with your legs, and the sofas usually don't do this. Sofas usually leave it that your knees are slightly above your hip, and we want the knee to be roughly in line with our hip, and then the foot's at 90 degrees out the front. So we're going to bring the foot up onto here, opposite leg. Don't put your ankle joint on the leg, put your ankle joint on the outside of your foot. Grab your toes and then circles. Good long circles around with those feet. And breathe. Back the other way. So you're circling around that ankle joint, loosening it out that little bit more. Ankle joint gets a lot of work in the classes, but also if you're doing the walk and the step challenge and you're doing any runs or jogs, you need to loosen that out. Relax that down. So we'll put that down, get your position, same thing over side, foot up, and then ankle joint past the thigh, and then circles. And then back the opposite way, circles. And then relax that down. So we're going to do a 90-90 stretch now for the hip coming under the glute and the thighs. So same position, you're going to lift the foot up, come into this position. You're going to sit tall, so pull yourself up. And you should feel that glute kick in once you do this, or you might feel the pinch in the hip crest if you're tight in the hip crest. Once you get into that position, just elbow on and let your gravity do the work. Sit tall. Deep breath in. Breathe out. A little bit more pressure on the leg. Deep breath in. Push out. A little bit more pressure on the leg. Deep breath in. A little bit more pressure. We're going to do 2 more of these. Deep breath in. A little bit more pressure. And you should see that my leg is actually getting further down to sort of that parallel each time. Deep breath in. And down we go. Relax that. Down, same thing over side. So this is a simple stretch that you can do, and it's also very, very good for the hips. Chest nice and tall, especially the glutes. So pull yourself forward, sit tall, you should feel that glute or your hip kick in. And what I mean by kick in is that you usually feel the stretch straight away where you're tight. Elbow on, deep breath in, and breathe out. So I'm sitting at sort of a higher angle here. And then the idea is that over this 30 seconds, I'm just trying to bring that down further. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. And breathe out. We'll bring that down. Good. So the wrists and the shoulders are also ones that tend to take a beating in the classes, because you're holding yourself up and then you're doing press ups, you're doing mountain climbers and things like that, so the wrists tend to take it. So we're just going to interlink our fingers, elbows together, and then circles. So keep the forearms roughly together, circle around those wrists. So again, we're just trying to get sort of a bit of movement going in through the wrist joint, a bit of blood going through them, opposite way. Relax that. Keep that swan neck position with one of the arms. So forearm is straight, this is down. From here, you're going to put the heel of your hand on the back of your hand, roughly where your knuckles are, grab, and then you're going to roughly try and just bring your elbows together. And all that's going to do is give you a stretch coming up through around the back of the wrist. That's all we're looking for. So if your wrist is tight, especially if you're on a computer all day, maybe typing, you can find this is uncomfortable. Keep it really pull down the forearm. And then we'll change sides. So just make that swan neck, heel of the hand on, and then curl it down. You can see there, my elbows aren't really getting as close as they were on the other side. Nice deep breaths into it. Relax that. So palm out, palm up to the ceiling. You're going to grab palm on palm, not fingers, because you don't want to damage the finger joints. So palm on palm, lock it out straight, and then pull down it. So a lot of people, whenever they're doing press ups and all, the wrists get uncomfortable because they're not mobile enough to get into this position. You can't get down to 90 degrees. So whenever you're in the bottom position of the press up, it's uncomfortable on your wrist because you're forcing it in a position that it's not mobile for. So this sort of stretch here helps stretch down through and help get you in better into that position. Relax that. Same thing other side. Lock it out. Again, this side is tighter than this other arm. This is my dominant hand, so that's probably the one that I tend to do more work with on the kettlebells and things like that day to day. And we'll bring that down. Good. So we're going to move on to the floor. So we're going to start, wrists and hands on the floor, roll the shoulders back, chest up, and breathe into that. Good deep breaths. You're trying to, imagine you're trying to pull your abdominals, your pelvis is wedged to the floor, and as you stretch up, you're trying to pull your abdominals from your pelvis to your ribs. So you're pulling them apart. That's where you're kind of aiming that stretch for. This is the idea of this stretch. It's not for your back. Squeeze your glutes to protect your back. It's coming through those abdominals. Widen your knees, sit back. Keep the hands planted. Sit back, 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 back. Back into that again. Knees under. Squeeze the glutes. Stretch out. Widen the knees. Sit back. Pull back like we're doing on the chair. Get down between the hips. From there, just hand to the outside of the mat, so left hand to the outside of the mat, right hand on top of it, sit back into that stretch. Same sides, back to center, opposite side, opposite hand, sit back into it. We'll bring that up. So we're going to go into that pigeon stretch. This, for some people, isn't comfortable on the floor, so you can do it with your foot on a chair or your foot on a table where you just stand up tall and do it. So what we're trying to do is push-up position, bring the foot out and round. Once the foot's out and round, like that 90-degree stretch, we're trying to get our knee and our butt to the floor. If you can't do it here, you just stand up, you put your foot up on a chair or on the table, and you just let gravity do the work. Good. Bring that round, same thing other side. So circle that foot out round rather than trying to bring it straight up the middle. Breathe. Bring that out and round. We'll just bring that round. So from here, excuse me, foot up, sit nice and tall. So basic sort of stretch you would have done if any sort of martial arts or karate or anything like that. Just this sitting stretch. Pull your toes back towards you. Let this leg fall out as much as possible. I know for some of you this leg could be up here and it doesn't want to go any further. That's fine. Don't concentrate on this leg at all. Concentrate on this stretch that we're going to do, where we're going to be leaning forward into this. If the leg falls out naturally, let it fall out. Don't try and force it. We're going to work through this. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit tall, and then imagine there's one of those big Swiss balls. We're going to reach up over the ball. Bring it back in through the spine, build the spine up tall, breathe out, reach forward. Bring it back in through that, breathe out, reach forward. Breathe it in, stack that spine, lift up out of the hips, over the ball, reach forward. You get that a little bit further each time. Over the ball. 2 more. Sit tall, pull out of the hips, over the ball. Last one. And bring that up. Change sides. So I can feel myself a lot stiffer this week because I was in the gym yesterday doing a bit of construction work, and that sort of manual labour puts a lot of emphasis on the lower back. So that's where I'm feeling tight today. So let this hip fall down. We've already worked this hip with a 90-90 stretch. Sit tall, lift out your hips, breathe out. Lift tall, breathe out. Lift tall, breathe out. Up we go. Up we go. And up we go. Good. So straighten the right leg out again. We'll bring this left foot across. So again, my left foot is across. I'm going to sit tall, as always, and then I'm going to grab the knee with the right arm. So this is my left leg is across my right knee. I'm going to grab the right arm, so I'm grabbing my knee in a headlock. Sitting tall, I'm going to pull this knee across my shoulder. So I'm pulling it up through. Sit tall and give myself a small twist, and that's going to lift through that glute, pulling up through the outer thigh. And this is a precursor to the next stretch where we're rotating round. what you should be finding through this, if you're not used to these stretches and this is your first time doing it with us, is you're showing up to be tighter in some places than others. And those places where you're shown to be tighter is where you need to put more emphasis on. So a couple of times a week would do no harm to do stretch session again and focus on those areas. So from here, put the hand behind, then bring that right arm to the outside now, sit tall and twist. So again, I'm really feeling this today because of yesterday. That lower back was doing a lot of work. And then we're going to change. So same thing on our side. Left foot goes across the right, or right foot goes across the left knee. From here, I'm going to grab this knee with my left arm in that headlock, sit tall, pull it over this shoulder. So nice and tall, headlock, pull it through. You'll get that coming down and then we're going to overemphasize that. So hand behind, right arm comes to the outside, so the back of your elbow goes to the knee. Sit tall, rotate. And then relax out of that. So bring it onto the floor. We're going to go a little bit more into that rotation for the lower back. So foot up, knees together, 90 degrees. Put your hands out to the side like a cross, and then we're just going to let them fall over to one side. What we want when we do this is that the opposite shoulder doesn't lift. So you're twisting away from your knees, and your knees aren't down here, guys. 90 degrees up to your chest. And you should be getting a stretch coming through that lower back, pulling down through the glutes and hips, pulling up through into the pec. Now if you're able to put your hand under the sofa or under something just to sort of support it down, it'll help you get even a bigger stretch. Don't worry if your knees are nowhere near the floor, doesn't matter. Back up to center. Again, we're deep breathing through this. So every exercise we're holding for about 4 or 5 breaths. So deep breath in, deep breath out. This is the count that we're doing for these stretches. It's just one of the ones that we do from Pilates. So down to one side. So see this, how much this came up compared to the other side. Now I need to lift out of my ribs. Deep breath in. Now I'm going to do that stretch position. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. And there's the floor. Deep breath in. Keep your knees together. Last one. Bring that back. Straighten both legs. Just lock the legs straight, pull your toes back towards your shins, just lift up as far as you can. There's where my calf's kicking in today. So I'm going to grab. Alright, as I breathe in, relax the leg, breathe out, pull a bit further. But as I pull, I'm not allowing this to happen, because you've lost the hamstring stretch once you've bent. Up, lock it. If it's too uncomfortable, have the leg on the floor straight, bend it. It'll allow you to get a little bit further in. Breathe in, relax back slightly, breathe out, go a bit further. But never to the point where the leg's vibrating. You don't want the leg to be fighting against you. Bend the knee, straighten that leg, lock this leg straight, lift, 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 grab the hamstring, pull it up. Keep that going. Deep breath. And breathe. bend the knee, put it down. Keep this knee bent, then lift the other foot up onto the knee. This hip should already be loose from the chair and from the pigeon stretch you did on the floor. So we're going to go straight through into this stretch, reach through, grab your hamstring, and then pull that leg in. So again, this is just getting into the glutes and hamstrings again. Bend the knee, bring it down. Foot in the knee. If this is all you can do, you can only hold it on the floor doing this 90 stretch, that's fine. But if you can, reach through, bring it up. And then, if you can't get the leg straight, just use it for the hip stretch. Relax this leg and just let it sort of pull in. But hamstring and hip. Then the knee, relax that down. Straighten the body out. Bring it onto your side. You bring the foot forward. Grab the foot. Knees together. Straighten the body out. Pelvis forward. Stretch. Deep breathing again. 2 more deep breaths. Last one. Relax that down. We're going to bring it around to the opposite side. From here, knee forward, grab, stretch. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Breathe out. And breathe out. Relax that down. Good. So we'll bring it up. So from here, we're just going to stretch that up and back. Hands go to the side, palms to the ceiling, stretch back. Hands come around the front, push the shoulder blades forward. Arm across the body, grab and pull through. And change, same thing other side. And then hands go around the back, roll the shoulders back, chest up, and then push the hands away. We're going to bring that. So just bring it up. That's us, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. You should be well listened out after that. Have a good one, and then we will see you back